All right, let's get into it. We're going to tackle a challenge that, let's be honest, we all face. How do you get that brilliant, complicated idea out of your head and into someone else's without it turning into a total mess? It's a skill that feels like a superpower, and today we're going to help you unlock it.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this killer plan, this groundbreaking thought, but when you try to explain it, you just get crickets, blank stares. That's exactly why nailing this is such a game changer in, well, pretty much every part of your life.
So, to make this real, let's follow John. He's the leader of an online gaming team, the Cyber Warriors, and they are in the championship final. He has seconds to explain a complex new strategy to his team. If he gets it right, they win. But if he messes it up, it's game over. No pressure, John.
So what's John really up against here? Well, before we can find the solution, we've got to size up the enemy. And that enemy is ambiguity. Let's break down why being clear isn't just a nice to have, it's the absolute foundation of trust, teamwork, and, winning.
So what are we talking about when we say complicated ideas? These are the big ones, the concepts with a bunch of moving parts and layers that aren't super obvious right away. They're not impossible to figure out, they just need a smarter way of being explained.
Yeah, this is basically the DNA of any complex idea. It's almost never just one simple thing. It's got multiple components, kind of like planning a group trip. It might involve abstract ideas, like a new business strategy. And a lot of the time it's a detailed process where step B can't happen without step A. Just spotting these patterns is the first step to taming the beast.
Okay, now for the fun part, the practical stuff. How do we arm John and you with the tools to just slice right through all that confusion? We're going to build a toolkit with some seriously powerful formulas that turn chaos into clarity.
So, here are 4 essentials for your kit. And while things like mind maps and visual aids are awesome, we're going to laser focus on the 2 most powerful structuring principles that will absolutely revolutionize how you explain things: the pyramid principle and chunking. Let's get into them.
First up, the pyramid principle. Think of this as the don't bury the lead approach. It's all about efficiency. You start with your main point, the single most important thing you want to say. Then you back it up with your supporting arguments. And finally, the details. This way, your audience gets the key message right up front. No waiting.
Next, we've got the chunking method. Now, if the pyramid principle is a top-down sprint, chunking is like turning a giant mountain of information into a series of small, easy-to-climb hills. You just break a huge topic down into smaller, digestible chunks, which makes it so much easier for people to process and actually remember.
So when do you use which one? It's actually pretty simple. You use the pyramid principle when you need to be persuasive and get a quick decision, think like a business pitch, but you switch to chunking when you're teaching something complex, where you really need people to understand and remember the details.
Okay, so knowing the right techniques is really only half the battle. We also need to know about the common traps, the little mistakes that can completely derail your message, whether you're typing it out or saying it face-to-face. Let's look at what not to do.
Oh man, mistake number 1 is a classic, a total lack of clarity. We've all gotten that giant wall of text about weekend plans, right? It's a jumbled mess of ideas, dates, and questions, and it leaves you more confused than you were before. It's the perfect recipe for absolutely nothing getting done.
The fix? It's so simple, but it's a total game changer. Just plan your message. Before you hit send, take 2 seconds and think, what does this person actually need to know? Break it down into clear points. Be concise. Your friends and your coworkers will thank you. I promise.
Next up, the curse of knowledge. This is when you just assume everyone knows what you're talking about. Using jargon like OP or AFK with people who don't game doesn't make you sound like an expert, it just makes everyone else feel like an outsider. It builds a wall right when you're trying to build a bridge.
So the tip here is to be an inclusive communicator. Just use plain language. And if you absolutely have to use a technical term, just explain what it means. Your goal is to be understood, not to gatekeep information.
Now for an offline mistake that is just as bad, not really listening. Look, communication is a two-way street. If you're in the room but you're mentally checked out, scrolling on your phone, you are going to miss the most important stuff. Guaranteed.
And that's why this one is non-negotiable. You've got to listen actively, put the phone away, focus on the person speaking, make eye contact, ask questions. It shows them you actually respect what they're saying, and it ensures you're part of the conversation, not just a bystander.
Okay, we've built our toolkit and we know which traps to avoid. So let's bring it all home. Let's get back to our guy, John. How does he use all this to turn his team's pregame jitters into a focused, unstoppable force? So check this out. John goes in and he absolutely nails it. First, bam, pyramid principle. He starts with the one main objective. Our goal is to capture the central base. Simple. Then he tells it like a story, a tactical siege, to get everyone engaged. He pulls up the game map, a perfect visual aid to show everyone their positions. Then he chunks the plan, giving each player one clear job so nobody's overwhelmed. And he finishes with a powerful rallying call to action. That is flawless.
See, by mixing structure with clarity and just a bit of storytelling, John didn't just explain a plan, he paved the road to victory. And the very same tools he used, they're in your toolkit now. So the only real question left is, what complex idea are you going to conquer next?